Enchanted Room by the Chronicle Factory.
Hey, good evening. This is Jude Al here at Enchanted Room with Gen Z. We're here to get this entire generation to understand what Gen Z really thinks, how they do it, where they do it, why they do it, and when they do it. We've got five representatives with us this evening. We've got Kushi, Prapti, Tushar, Yogiraj, and Karan at the studio, going to explain to us exactly what Gen Z is all about. So, Tushar, what defines Generation Z?
Okay, so for me, as a Generation Z kid, it's all about the aesthetics. If I'm going somewhere for a dinner or party or anything, I want the aesthetics. So if in anywhere in the corner, if I take a photo, it should be for the Instagram reels or the story, or it should be perfect for the Instagram. So yeah, for me, yep, that what defines me as a Generation Z. And also, we use social media in a very unique way. We are really very nostalgic, and we are very prone to anxiety. We guys are. That is the truth of Gen Z. And we set boundaries very quickly. And yeah, I guess, yeah, as a Generation Z kid, I will, what was your question? Yeah, so yeah, that's what defines me. Yes.
So Tushar, like you said, the aesthetics and the look of things, the feel of things, all of those things are so really important to you. What about functionality?
Okay, so imagine if I'm going somewhere for a dinner and that place is it's looking very aesthetic and photos अच्छे आ रहे हैं and everything. और अगर वहाँ का खाना अच्छा नहीं लगा so एक बार के लिए मैं इग्नोर कर लूँ वो चीज़ बिकॉज द फोटोज़ और वगैरह बहुत अच्छे आए एंड आई एम एंजॉइंग माई सेल्फ वाइब अच्छा है म्यूज़िक अच्छे चल रहे हैं सो एंड ऑल्सो मैं इतना बड़ा फूडी हूँ नहीं सो इट डजेंट मैटर खाना पीना कैसा है सर्विस कैसा है इफ़ आई एम गोइंग देयर आई एम हैविंग अ गुड टाइम फोटोज़ अच्छे निकले मेरे सो या मेरे को उससे ज़्यादा और कुछ नहीं चाहिए.
So Tushar, you've been using that word aesthetics a lot. Could you just define aesthetics for us?
Okay, so as per the book, it said that a set of principles concerned with the nature, appreciation of beauty, blah, blah, blah. But everyone has their own aesthetic. It's just a point of view. For me, aesthetic is something like you should look unique. Like, I'm a very big fan of baggy pants. So I'll wear a baggy pant, a crop top or jacket or something. And I always, wear nail polish and everything. So yeah, for me, it's a little bit of aesthetic, and also the accessories which you wear contributes to your aesthetic. So yeah, as per me, this is what defines it. And everyone has their own way of styling and everything. So yeah, this is what I believe. That is what is my aesthetic.
So the next question is for you, Kushi. Um, I'd like to know what changes have you observed in lifestyle and preferences post this whole COVID pandemic.
मुझे लगता है कोविड जब था तो काफ़ी फियर वाला सिचुएशन था आई गेस एंड हमने बोलते हैं ना हमारा कॉलेज लाइफ जो होता है जो टीनेजर वाला लाइक द 11th-12th वो मिस कर दिया एंड फेयरवेल्स नहीं हुए थे हमारे दैट वाज लाइक द सैडेस्ट पार्ट एंड बोलते हैं ना सारी चीज़ें ऑनलाइन हो गई थी सारी चीज़ें मतलब हम बाहर नहीं जा पा रहे थे आफ्टर कोविड काफ़ी चीज़ें बदल गई हम लोग खेलने जाते हैं बीच पे एंड एवरीवेयर हम लोग ट्रैकिंग पे जाते हैं जो हम बोलते हैं ना कोविड के टाइम पे नहीं जा पा रहे थे
Coming to understand, yeah, that's exactly what even I would feel. We are all millennials, way ahead of you guys. But I would say that even I would have felt the same things. What sets it apart where whatever you've missed, like you said, you've missed your 11, 12, those college years, which are so important and prominent in every person's life, where they look forward to moving out of school, moving into college, and you missed that. So what do you think that you can do to compensate that maybe now after this whole COVID situation?
after this every day we go out like we go for a ride and everything
So it's more often now.
yeah more often and अभी हमको बाहर निकलना ऐसे it's like good for our mental health जब कोविड था तभी we were packed so it's like वो mentally थोड़ा वो हो गया था pressure rise वाला thing for everyone, like. But abhi after COVID we go out, we chill, we go for parties and everything,
That's great.
and that's nice for our mental peace.
That's great.
Jo,
That was exactly what my next
yeah.
question was going to be about, like how the pandemic totally influenced your mental health. And you kind of gave me an answer, but I'd like to know a little more in depth, understanding what this mental health is all about. Like, I don't understand, as you guys being in your very younger years, mental health today is for, people who discover or rather realize it much later in life. You guys, what do you define this mental health to be?
Well, मुझे लगता है mental health is a problem. It's a, it's a disease. We have to find the solution वाला thing है. And it's because कि हमारा जो बोलते हैं ना, जब निकलने का टाइम था तब हम एक रूम में बोलते हैं ना with phone, we were just me and my cell phone. I was like me and my cell phone for 24 hours. So उसके वजह से social touch बोलते हैं ना, like the friendship वाला, the social
Yeah.
touch, the conversation, वो बहुत ही ज़्यादा कम हो गया था. उसके वजह से छोटी छोटी चीज़ें हिट करने लगी थी.
Correct.
And that was like the bad thing, like कोई भी कुछ भी एक्स्ट्रा बोल दे या थोड़ा वर्कलोड हो जाता था तो बोलते ना वो मेंटल हेल्थ के लिए बहुत ख़राब हो जाता, लाइक पर्सनल पे आ जाती थी चीज़ें. अभी कैसे लाइक वी टॉक टू आवर फ्रेंड्स, हम बाहर जाते हैं, वी मेक न्यू फ्रेंड्स. उसके वजह से जो सोशल थिंग है, जो सोशल एनवायरनमेंट है, वो बहुत बिल्ड हो गया है. एंड उसके
Okay.
वजह से वी टॉक अबाउट आवर प्रॉब्लम्स,
That's nice.
like how we feel, and that's important क्योंकि हम like pandemic में we cannot talk everything with our parents, right? We are Gen Z after all. So that was like the biggest problem, like me, my family in a one room with a cell phone, and मैं किससे बात करूँ, ऐसा हो जाता था.
But you
Now-
think, I'm sorry to cut you off
Yeah,
there, but you think you can actually sort these mental health problems by
Yes,
yourself?
yes.
You can take care
Yes,
of it.
I can. And I think वो figure it out करने की चीज़ें जो है वो after COVID पता चली. Like when I took my first morning walk, and I
Wow.
was like, whoa, I got a stamina.
I can imagine
I
that.
can walk this many miles, and I can, I'm physically good, and I can do this. I personally, I'm a karate student, and that helped me of getting my, mental health ठीक कर दिया उसने मेरे को, physically and mentally. मेरा गुस्सा बाहर आने लगा,
Yeah.
मेरी चीज़ें बाहर आने लगी. I had a conversation with my students, with my teachers. That helped me a lot, and it was like a problem-solving thing.
Wonderful, wonderful. I love the way you've been so open about everything, Kushi, and I think that's exactly what our listeners want to know today. They want to know what you guys thought, and you've totally been so open about it. Tell me one thing: of what lessons would you take back with you from what you've learned from this pandemic?
I mean, there are many lessons, many. One of them is being patient.
Wow.
Being patient is like you must. Like, I'm Gen Z, there are a lot of people around me, they have their own opinion, and you have to cope up with them. ऐसा हो जाता है. And आपको सब कुछ पता नहीं होता exactly. You have to learn. I mean, Gen Z are more impulsive, I guess, and I am too. So मैं चीज़ें जज कर लेती हूँ पहले. एंड फिर उसके वजह से मेरे जो पेशेंस लेवल हैं वो बहुत ही इम्बैलेंस हो जाते हैं. वो आई थिंक बिकॉज ऑफ कोविड हुआ था, बिकॉज फॉर 2 years आई वॉज अलोन विद माई सेल्फ. या एंड the reaction wala thing was the most worst thing. And after COVID, when I was like doing my physical things, that helped me a lot with the patience. You push yourself and you find your
Levels.
Yeah.
I love whatever you shared with us today, Kushi. And before I move on to our next, we've got like 5 of you in the room today, representing an entire Gen Z generation. I definitely come back with more questions for all of you. But thank you so much for sharing all of this
Thank
with
you,
us
thank
today. Yeah. So here on this whole beautiful session that we're having on the Enchanted Room, we've now got Karan, who's going to tell us a little about what the Gen Z views on the concept of family.
अकॉर्डिंग टू मी मैं अपने फैमिली से नहीं रिलेट कर पाता ज़्यादा, क्योंकि उनका थॉट्स अलग है. उनको चाहते हैं कि मेरा बेटा सिर्फ मेरे हिसाब से चले और मेरे को कुछ अलग करना है. मेरे को उनके हिसाब से मतलब नहीं करना है. और वो लोग को सिर्फ अपना सोसाइटी के जो रेपुटेशन बना के रखना है कि मेरा बेटा कुछ अच्छा काम कर रहा है.
Basically, it's because of the age gap, the generation
Yeah,
gap
actually.
that's there. Okay, so what do you do for a living?
राइट नाउ आई एम डूइंग माई बारटेंडिंग कोर्स. एज सून एज दैट कम्प्लीट्स मैं जॉब पे लग जाऊँगा, फिर आई एम अर्निंग.
Okay. So do your parents accept that?
नो दे डोंट। वो लोग को लगता है वो बार टेंडिंग मतलब अल्कोहलिक थिंग है, वो कुछ गलत काम कर लेगा, वो पी लेगा, कंज्यूम कर लेगा ऐसा।
Okay, so that's how it is. And your parents are usually the kind of people who will follow what society thinks and all of that, like you
हाँ,
mentioned
उन लोग को
earlier.
चाहिए कि भाई मेरे रिलेटिव्स अच्छे बोले, कजिन्स भी बोले कि हाँ कुछ अच्छा कर रहा है, नाक ना कटाए उनके।
So good. So must be difficult living with them under the
नो
same
नो
roof and
नो, आई
doing
एम
that.
नॉट लिविंग विद देम।
Oh, okay.
क्योंकि वो लोग एक्सेप्ट ही नहीं कर रहे मेरे को, क्योंकि ये काम कर रहा है तो उन्होंने ऐसे ही कि जा देखो ये सब खुद की मनमानी करनी है तो जा निकल जा। ठीक है, आई विल स्टे अलोन।
Wow, it must be really hard and difficult to manage life like that. But I wish you luck, my friend, because the path you've chosen is definitely not a bad path. Bartending is a great line all over the world, and it's just a matter of your family not being able to accept it. Another thing I'd like to ask you is, what do you think overall when you think of family? Tomorrow, you may down the line, want to start your own family. Will you be accepting, your own lifestyle as a parent to a child?
ऑफ कोर्स मैं फ्री रहेगा, ओपन रहेगा, एक्सेप्ट करेगा जो मेरे किड्स या जो भी मेरी फैमिली है होगी, मैं भी ओपन रहेगा,
Wonderful, wonderful.
सपोर्ट करेगा।
So you've learned it
Yeah.
now, and you know that that's how you want to be. That's excellent, Karan. That was our chat with Karan. I'm going to move on to a quick rapid fire round with all our 5 participants this evening, and we're going to quickly ask them a few questions, and we're going to see what their answers are all about. All right. So my first set of questions are for you, Khushi. Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Android or iOS?
Android.
All right. Netflix or YouTube?
Netflix, of course.
Books or ebooks?
I'll prefer ebooks.
Excellent. Morning person or night owl?
Morning person.
Excellent. Let's move on to Karan and see what he thinks. Introvert or extrovert?
एम्बीवर्ट,
What's that?
दैट्स इंटरमीडिएट थिंग।
All right. Nice answer, man. Online shopping or retail therapy?
ऑनलाइन शॉपिंग,
Podcasts or audiobooks?
पॉडकास्ट,
Mountains or beaches?
माउंटेन्स।
All right. Let's move on to Prapti. Prapti, spicy or sweet?
Spicy.
Like you? Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Cycling or jogging?
Jogging.
Snapchat, Instagram.
Instagram.
All right. Let's move on to Tushar for the next set of questions. Traditional wear or Western wear?
Nothing to wear.
No, all right. Tushar is in the naughty mode right now. Public transport or personal vehicle?
Personal vehicle.
Excellent. Comedy or drama?
Both, I guess.
All right. You're quite a combination, my friend. Homemade food or takeout?
Homemade food.
Twitter or LinkedIn?
Nothing.
Nothing. All right. Let's move on to Yogi for the next set of questions. Music festivals or art galleries?
Music festivals.
Nice. Tattoos or piercings?
Tattoos.
Vegetarian, non-vegetarian?
Non-vegetarian.
Hardcore. Reality TV or documentaries?
Documentaries.
Gaming console or PC?
Nothing.
Wow, that's quite a serious answer. Okay. Cash or digital payments?
Digital payments.
Excellent. Let's move back to Khushi for the next set of questions. We're going to ask you this one. Now, let me see. Solo travel or group travel?
Group travel, of course.
You scared?
No.
Short form or long form?
Short form.
Trainers or formal shoes?
Formal shoes.
Classical music or pop music?
Classical.
Sanskari ladki, I see. Window seat or aisle seat?
Window seat.
Let's go back to Karan. Romantic comedy or action thriller?
एक्शन थ्रिलर।
Handwritten notes or digital notes?
नथिंग,
Nothing. No notes. The bartender doesn't like writing down. Cooking at home or ordering in?
कुकिंग एट होम।
All right. Excellent. Let's move to Prapti again. This one's yoga or gym?
Gym.
DSLR or smartphone photography?
Smartphone photography.
All right. Fiction or non-fiction?
Friction.
Breakfast or brunch?
Brunch.
All right. I see Gen Z pretty much knows what they like. Local experience or touristy spots?
Local experience.
Excellent. Let's have Tushar back. Adventure sports or leisure activities?
Adventure sports.
Sunsets or sunrises?
Sunrises.
Rainy days or sunny days?
Rainy days.
Analog watch or smartwatch?
Smartwatch.
Oh, cold brew or hot latte?
No, I don't like coffee.
No coffee. What's your poison?
Tea.
All right.
Chai latte.
I should have asked you then. Hiking or swimming?
I don't know swimming, so I'll go with hiking.
All right. Yogi, let's have some more from you. Karaoke or a dance floor?
Dance floor.
Plan ahead or spontaneous?
Spontaneous.
Traditional art or digital art?
Traditional art.
Big gatherings or intimate settings?
Big gatherings.
Acoustic or electronic?
Electronic.
Excellent. Ice cream or sorbet?
Ice cream.
Personal blog or vlog?
Personal blog.
This blog is definitely going places. These guys know what they want. That was our round on rapid fire. Totally gone into flames. You can have a round of applause for yourselves. Beautifully done. All right, so let's now have a chat with Yogi Raj, who seems to be the most tech savvy in this entire group this evening. So I'd like to ask you, Yogi, how tech savvy is Gen Z?
Yeah, like I can say Gen Z are more into technology. Like हमें सबसे बेस्ट कैमरा चाहिए फ़ोन में, सबसे बेस्ट बैटरी बैकअप चाहिए, क्योंकि कहाँ भी जाते हो तो सबसे पहले मेन प्रायोरिटी है पिक्चर्स एंड वीडियोस, क्योंकि इंस्टाग्राम पे डालना है, स्नैपचैट पे डालना है, वो सब तो चलता है. तो इसके लिए टेक्नोलॉजी इज़ अ मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग फॉर जेन जी. वी लुक फॉर द बेस्ट थिंग इन आवर स्मार्टफोन्स एंड ऑल.
Wonderful. So, what do you think are the most used social media platforms in this generation?
Instagram and second is Snapchat.
Those are the most.
Yeah,
So you
yes.
think that
Instagram, like wherever we go, we take a picture and post in our story, and
wow. So your life revolves around that. So you need your technology minds to be able to do that.
And Snapchat is like to know your live location, because we send streaks to each other, live photos and live recording, like where we
So
are.
you're telling me that's a stalking app, is it?
Actually.
All right. So how has the internet impacted the language and slang of Gen Z?
हाँ, एक्चुअली अभी रिसेंटली देखा जाएगा तो इंस्टाग्राम पे बहुत ट्रेंड चल रहा है कि लाइक पीपल आर ट्राइंग टू स्पीक अदर लैंग्वेजेस रील्स के थ्रू. बहुत लाइक मोर दे आर अट्रैक्टेड टू फ्रेंच लैंग्वेज. रिसेंटली आई हैव सीन फ्रेंच एंड इटालियन.
Even Korean, I think.
हाँ, एक्चुअली कोरियन या लाइक यू नो ना BTS आर्मी. They learned about BTS army. Yeah, then they try to speak Korean.
Okay.
Reels, yeah, and all.
Wow, that's fabulous. So I think another thing I'd really like to know is, what is the role of these smartphones in your daily life?
हाँ, लाइक टेक्नोलॉजी स्मार्टफोन्स में बोल सकते हैं कि लाइक स्मार्टफोन्स इज़ वेरी गुड फॉर कम्युनिकेशन एंड ऑल. वी कैन कम्युनिकेट टू ईच अदर कभी भी, कहाँ पे, कहीं से भी, like
Is
friends.
that the thing, or is it the photos again?
Photos are the main priority, man. For Gen Z, photos and videos are the main priority for Gen Z.
I know, right? I mean,
किधर भी जाके पहले photos and videos लिए नहीं तो चलता नहीं है Gen Z के लिए.
Life doesn't go ahead with that.
Actually.
So, what do you think about AI? Now, we've been hearing this term over the last few years about AI.
I can say two things for AI. Like one is it's actually good for ourselves, and another is like उसका बहुत मिसयूज भी है. लाइक लोग अभी रिसेंटली लाइक वीडियोस में फेस एडिट करके बहुत डाल रहे हैं, तो उसकी वजह से हो सकता है बहुत कुछ.
So basically, product packaging is different from what you actually see. I've seen a lot of these makeup videos where they're using AI and looking 10x beautiful, and when you finally meet them,
या लाइक बहुत एडिट करके बहुत ज्यादा लाइक फिल्टर्स एंड ऑल लगा के फिर
it's a horror movie then. Lovely, lovely. I had a great time chatting with you, Yogi, and we'll move on to Prapti now and ask her a few questions as well. So Prapti, I'm very curious about what Gen Z thinks about, community, where you're from, the culture and food of, your place back home. Where are you from originally?
I'm from Udupi. It's in Karnataka.
All right. Udupi, everyone knows what's Udupi because the food all over I think the whole country knows Udupi food and it's pretty popular. So can you tell me what's like the favorite food out there for the local people?
There are various food, but mainly South Indian food like seafood.
Seafood. Oh, all right. Seafood. That's another favorite, I think.
And kori roti.
Kori roti. What does kori roti go with well?
Kori roti is chicken curry, and it's a roti that it's typically made there only.
Okay, so it's like just made in Karnataka, and people of Udupi are the ones who make that. Okay, so let me know a little more about the culture of Karnataka, your place.
Culture, you guys have watched Kantara movie.
Mm-hmm.
उसमें जो बताया है वही वहाँ का culture है.
So that entire story is real. It's true.
Yeah, it's real. I have watched
Wonderful.
that play,
And
worship.
that's a fabulous movie, I think.
Yeah,
So you've
yeah.
seen all of that happen. Like,
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Whenever I go hometown, I watch it.
It's a great experience, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing all of that with us. Another question I have for you is, what do you think about all this culture? Do you really accept all of this?
Yeah, I accept it.
And you love it?
Yeah, I love it.
I can see it on your face already. Thank you so much for that, Prapti. And that was Prapti speaking to us about the whole Gen Z and how they, believe in community and all of that. Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, this next question is for you, Tushar, because I think you understand Bollywood better than all of these guys in this group. So I'd like to know, how has modern Bollywood influenced you guys as a generation?
Okay, so पहली बात तो ये है we don't get influenced easily by the
Okay.
Bollywood movies. पहली बात तो ठीक है. सबको पता है यार Bollywood, I mean काफी ऐसी nonsense script होती है, कुछ भी फालतू action वगैरह. I mean अच्छे movies भी बनाते हैं. Like recently इन्होंने रॉकी एंड रानी मूवी, इट वाज सो गुड. आई मीन मेरे को ऐसा लगता है कि वो एक अच्छा कमबैक था फॉर द बॉलीवुड मूवीज. एंड या इट हेल्प टू इन्फ्लुएंस अस एज अ जनरेशन जी. अच्छा मूवी था, स्क्रिप्ट अच्छा था, उसका स्टोरी रियल लग रहा था, ऐसा फेक नहीं लग रहा था एकदम.
So what I get to know from what you just said is basically you're not completely influenced by Bollywood, but you all do pick up a few good influences from the good movies. Excellent. So another thing I'd like to ask you, the fashion in Bollywood, the fashion is one of the biggest things that have taken, Bollywood to a different level. So what do you think about the fashion about Bollywood movies?
आई थिंक बॉलीवुड हमसे फैशन लेता है. आई मीन व्हाट वी वेयर एंड जो ट्रेंड में चल रहा है, वो लोग वही चीजें अपने हिसाब से ये करके अपने मूवीज में लगा लेते हैं. तो आई गेस वी स्टार्ट द ट्रेंड. या द सोशल मीडिया एंड एवरीथिंग, हम चीजें स्ट्रीट वेयर या वो कुछ से काट लिया, क्रॉप टॉप बना लिया, दिस एंड दैट. सो आई गेस वो काफी चीजें दिखती है मूवीज पे. सो आई डोंट think कि हम उनसे इंस्पायर होते हैं.
I think I'd agree with you on that.
Yes.
Totally agree with you on that, because I've seen it, a lot of times, the young generation wearing something new, like, these baggies are back now. And then you see them coming into the Bollywood movies. Another thing that I'd like to ask you is about Bollywood music. What do you think about Bollywood music?
So I'm not a big fan of Bollywood music.
Wow, that's new to me.
I do listen to, Arjit Singh. वो अच्छे गाने गाता है. I do like him, but most of the time I listen to, Taylor Swift हो गया, Troy Sivan हो गया.
Oh, how lovely.
They are my personal favorites, so I listen to them.
You're quite a pop diva yourself, aren't you? That's great. And I think Tushar has got all of this, his Bollywood and his likes and dislikes straight. Have you ever been, put in a spot where you have to live up to something that has been on Bollywood? Like many people tell you, okay, Bollywood movies mein aisa hota hai. Does that really happen in real life as well?
I don't think so. I mean नहीं होता है. The other day I was with one of my friend. ठीक है, तो हम टाइम पास कर रहे थे एंड मेरा जैकेट उसके हाथ में वॉच या कुछ था एंड अटक गया उसमें. सो हमने एक दूसरे को देख रहे हैं, लाइक हाँ मूवीज में भी ऐसे ही दिखाता है ना,
और प्यार हुआ
so yeah, होता है. आई मीन चीजें होती है, बट बॉलीवुड कभी कभी बहुत एक्सट्रीम बताता है. लाइक रियल लाइफ में नहीं होता वो सब.
Exactly right. Exactly.
कुछ चीजें होती है बट मोस्ट ऑफ द चीजें नहीं होती. एंड मूवीज यार दिखाना पड़ता है एक्स्ट्रा. So yeah, you can't complain about the movies.
Wonderful. But I think, there are those influences like you just mentioned. And what about the looks in the movies? Do you think all of that makeup and everything that they do to make those movies stand out, is that how reality also, stands at par with them?
I mean, yes.
You dress up like that?
I dress up like that. I love to dress up. I love to look unique.
I see that already, I know our audience cannot really see you, but I'm looking at you straight, and with those nails and the way you're dressed up, those accessories, those rings, I think I've kind of already learned Gen Z today. Thank you so much for Tushar for sharing all of this with us. Yeah. And I seriously, I definitely want to know more, but we are limited to our time on the show this evening, so I'm going to keep it nice and short and sweet. Thank you once again.
Thank you for having me.
So just to sum up this entire session that we've had with Gen Z on the Enchanted Room, I'd like to say that they're pretty much a sorted generation and know what they are, what they want, how they want it for their future. I think we've discussed most of the points about family, relationships. We've done all of that. We've understand fashion, Bollywood, food, places, and so much more. I think we will look forward to the next session on this fabulous show. This is Jude Al signing off here with all our lovely people. I'd like to say a big, loud bye to everybody. Can we get that from you guys? Come on.
Bye, guys.
So one more time, they're not loud enough.
See you soon, guys. Stay tuned.
All right.
Sexy and fun.
All right. That's Gen Z for you people.